The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 297 of a daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Guardians of the Galaxy playing cards from Theory11. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. But before we start, we gotta peel that cellophane off. So there's no pull tab, so we'll just grab the little loose piece at the bottom here, if it will allow me to, maybe. Okay, now that we got that peeled off there, as you can see, we got the Guardians of the Galaxy playing cards in the standard glossy finish tuck box with some like holographic like foiling as well. So on the front it says Guardians of the Galaxy playing cards at Theory11, and you got the little mixtape like cassette tape there. Then you got all the Guardians of the Galaxy there. So you got Star-Lord in the front, you got Drax the Destroyer, you got Nebula, you got like young kind of Groot, you got Rocket Raccoon, you got Mantis, and you got Gamora there. Okay. And then on one side it says Guardians of the Galaxy playing cards, premium quality. Other side says the exact same thing, premium quality, Guardians of the Galaxy playing cards. It's a little bit hard to see with that kind of like holographic foiling there. And on the bottom you got the Marvel logo, the 311 logo, premium playing cards, a little Marvel like copyright thing, and Cirque Petrova. On the back, you got a little sneak peek of that back design, and the tuck box is fully embossed, so you can feel like all the textures of like the back and the front there. For the seal, you got a pink and black circle style seal there. Then you get the little Guardians of the Galaxy little logo there. On the top, it probably said Guardians of the Galaxy or like Theory11 or something underneath of that, but it's covered up by the seal, so we don't know. And now we'll crack that seal. Just let me grab the heating card opener because I am unprepared once again. But here we have it. Now some seals are like more tough, so we just gotta wear that in there. Oh no, we got it. There. And now that that's open, on the tuck flap, we just got some more little holographic little lines there. On the inner tuck flaps is where you got the little Guardians of the Galaxy design there and that gold foiling. And we take the cards out of the box. On the inside of the tuck box, it is like a dark matte, like blue or bluish or black kind of colorway. Nothing too fancy going on, but it's just plain on the inside there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with that back design. Well, here we have what looks like a mirrored back design with the standard white border going on. It's like a blue, pink, and like yellow colored back design with like the dark, kind of like dark blue being the main part of the back design there. And we got all the different like Guardians there. So we got Star-Lord, Mantis, and then you got Groot, you got Rocket, you got Drax, and you got Nebula there. And you got the logo there in the middle, and then the mixtape at the top, and some other little details around. And if you were to flip it over, same design in both directions. Now for the cards you get with the deck, here we start with the first Joker, it says Joker Joker. Then you got, oh, it's a little bit upside down. Then you got the Awesome Mix Volume 1 there, and all the tape is like pulled out of it. And then the second Joker says Joker Joker. And then you got, I think that's like their spaceship that they drive. Not sure 100% what it's called. I haven't seen the movie in a while, so it's just can't quite think of the name. Now we get to the custom Ace of Spades. Here we have all the Guardians once again. I've already named them a couple times, but we'll quickly go through it again. It's a Star-Lord, Drax, Nebula, Gamora, Mantis, Groot, and Rocket there. And then you got the Guardians of the Galaxy logo and the Marvel Studios logo there. And the rest of the spades are pretty like, they're slightly custom, but still, they're lightly custom. Nothing overly crazy. That goes throughout the rest of the spades. Then we get to the Jack, Queen, and King of Spades, and they're fully custom, and they're all different characters from the movies, not just like the basic like ones that we've seen already. So they're all different. So we have I won't know all the names of them. Oh god, I know this one for sure. The Jack is Ronan. Then we have for the Queen, we got the Golden City people. I'm not sure exactly their name. And then we have this guy. Not sure his name. And then we got Groot on the diamond there. So for the custom Ace of Diamonds, which is nice. It's not just a standard like Ace of Diamonds. It's actually lightly custom. It has a character on it. So Groot. And you got the diamonds, which look pretty standard. Nothing like overly crazy. They're lightly custom, but like nothing like too crazy going on. And then you got the Jack, Queen, and King of Diamonds. And we have, this is not Yondu, but it's the guy that took over Yondu. I'm not exactly sure his name. But then you got Mantis for the Queen of Diamonds. And you got Drax the Destroyer for the King of Diamonds. And then you got the Jack, Queen, and King of Clubs here. And you got kind of another golden kind of guy for the King of Clubs. You got Nebula for the Queen of Clubs. And then you got, I'm not going to know his name, but I know who the character is. It's Star-Lord's father from the second Guardians movie. That's what it looks like. And then you got the clubs, which are lightly custom there. More simplistic kind of design to it. And then you got the the Ace of Spades, Ace of Clubs, where it's Cosmo the Space Dog. I'm pretty sure that's the name. Cosmo the Space Dog there, which is pretty kind of unique, like an underrated character there. And I'm surprised to actually see it in this deck, which is pretty nice. A nice little added touch. And then you got the Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts there. And for the King of Hearts, we got Star-Lord himself. Then we got Gamora for the Queen of Hearts. And here's Yondu. We got Yondu for the Jack of Hearts there. And then for the rest of the hearts, they're pretty like simplistic hearts. Lightly custom there. That goes with the hearts. And then for the Ace of Hearts, we got Rocket Raccoon for the Ace of Hearts. And then we got a little by Theory11 ad card here. Where we got the little there, and then the Guardians logo, the Marvel logo on the back, just the back sign. Then we got another Theory11 logo, was a different logo there. And just Guardians Marvel once again. Back sign on the back. Well, now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. Well, the springs were like lightly clumpy at the beginning, like the first two springs. But you just have to lightly break them in, like spring them a couple times, and then they'll feel more smoother over time. They feel perfect now, just like the first two felt a little off, just because they haven't been handled yet. And they were lightly thicker stock. Nothing overly like thick and crazy, like super thick, but you can definitely tell they're a thicker stock, but they still got a little bit of flex to it. You have to put a little bit more effort into like getting them bend and spring, but they're still pretty nice springs when you get them working. Now onto the fans. And I knew that. Okay, the cards are a little bit slippery, so you gotta be careful of that. But they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers. No real stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. As you can just see, the cards went flying out of my hands. So they're definitely not sticking together. Now time for the Pharaoh. Pretty smooth Pharaoh there. They're pretty good. Not like flawless or anything, but it was pretty good. Now for a giant fan of that back design. Now time for that reverse Pharaoh. And the reverse Pharaoh is not as smooth. I definitely had to like slightly shuffle and push them together. Well, they still interlocked. Half decent. Now for a giant fan of the faces. And now time for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Oh yeah, definitely no issues with the riffle shuffles or bridge shuffles, just based off the very first riffle. Well, we'll do 3 to lock them in. Oh yeah, no issues there, so we don't have to proceed anymore with the riffle shuffles. They're 100% perfect. Now time for a few pack of cuts. Well, not much to say about the pack cuts. They're pretty average, like on par with every other deck, pretty much. Nothing overly special. But they pack it pretty nice. They're not overly slippery, which is nice. Now onto that one-handed cut, or surely a cut. Now time for the dribble. Like I say, the dribbles are pretty smooth on both ways. Face up and face down. No issues with the dribbles. Now time for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, like I say, Theory11 has outdone themselves again. This is a pretty fantastic deck. So, you know that back design with the blue, red, the blue, purple, and yellow colorway there. With all the different characters on the back. Pretty decent back design there. And then for the faces, you got the full custom faces. The pips aren't overly crazy or anything. So I will just skip past that because they're nothing like crazy. And we've seen them. But then you got the full custom quick cards where they all have different characters on them from the movies, like some of the villains or like some of the good guys. Mostly the good guys, but my favorite card in the deck is the ace. The aces. So all the aces have different characters on it, which are nice because not all the time aces are custom, but it's always nice when they customize all the other aces too. And this is my favorite ace, the ace of clubs, because I wasn't expecting to see Cosmo, the space dog, in this deck, but he is in the movie a little bit, so that's a nice little detail there. So overall, fantastic designed deck. So if you're a fan of Marvel or Guardians of the Galaxy, then it's a nice pickup. But if not, and you're just a fan of Theory11, I also still recommend picking them up. And then for the handling, they handle fantastic. No issues whatsoever. They might be a little bit stiffer when you first open them up, but once you start shuffling them up, they break in and feel fantastic. So no real issues there. So with that being said, fantastic design and fantastic handling. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 297 of a daily deck review. This has been the Guardians of the Galaxy playing cards from Theory11, and I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.